This is a tabletop review of Taurus PT92, stainless steel, chrome barrel, Picatinny rail, two 17-round magazines, show you this weapon is empty, no magazine, good to go. All right, a little about this gun. As you can see, if you know a little bit about firearms, it looks very similar to the 92 model Beretta. In fact, when Taurus International began manufacturing this particular line of firearms, it was made on the exact same equipment Beretta left in Brazil. So that's kind of a interesting little fact there. The Brazilian government purchased the factory and all the dies, components, and basically Taurus began manufacturing at the time exact clones of the Beretta series pistol. Since then, they've made several improvements on the design, so there's no interchangeability any longer, with the exception of potentially the barrel. I believe it's probably the only thing that's interchangeable at this point. Beretta, now they're offering a Picatinny rail on an updated version of the 92 series, but Taurus was actually the first to begin offering a Picatinny rail on the gun, so that's kind of a plus. Magazines are not interchangeable, so you can't use the Taurus magazines in the Beretta or vice versa, which is fine. They're relatively inexpensive anyway. I took this gun to the range. This right now, I looked at buds online. This particular gun is going for about $450 shipped to you, plus whatever you got to pay for your FLO transfer. I got a local place, 20 bucks for the transfer, so not bad to go online shopping, for me at least, especially here in Florida. These local dealers try to gouge you as much as possible, so it's refreshing to get a good deal somewhere else and tell them to kiss your ass. One thing about this gun that I like is it aims pretty naturally as soon as you grab it and point it. If you look down the sights, you'd be surprised because usually they line right up with your target, which is a pretty good thing. Weight's nice, pretty heavy, more or less, but it really just helps keep it right on target, so your follow-up shots are always right on point. Standard 3-dot sights, nothing to brag about. Unfortunately, just like with the Beretta, you can't really change that front sight, so you kind of get what you get, and you got to live with it. Fortunately, they line right up. There's not it's not bad at all, so I can't complain. I actually got this firearm for $200. I purchased it used, which was a freaking steal. Well worth every penny. Very accurate pistol. This finish is very, I guess the only way I can explain it is really smooth, man. This is like the smoothest gun I've ever fired, which is a lot for Taurus because, some people will try and badmouth them, but I'll be honest, man, they're not bad guns. They come with a lifetime warranty, if I'm not mistaken, and it's transferable. They don't say it's transferable, but everybody that I know who's had one that has ever had an issue with a Taurus gun, whether they were the original owner or not, have not had difficulties with Taurus servicing the gun. Now, with so many in circulation right now, if you have to send it back to the factory, it can take a while. But hey, it's not going to cost you anything, with the exception of potentially some shipping charges to have your gun repaired or replaced if it malfunctions. So that's a big plus for Taurus. I must say, they stand behind their guns, so that says a lot. And that's pretty much it. Great gun. If you can get one, by all means, go right ahead. At least $200 to $300 less expensive than the Beretta model, and just as good, just as accurate. So if you can find one, grab one. Really fun gun to shoot. All right, that's your tabletop review. Taurus PT92 stainless steel.